What's up, my comic comrades? With Spider-Man No Way Home less than a week away, today we're kicking off a series of episodes focused on characters set to appear in the movie. And with that in mind, Doctor Strange looks to be one of the most important pieces of this MCU-altering puzzle. In fact, we're not even 100% sure what version of Doctor Strange this is, or if it's even the real Doctor Strange at all. So to give you some comic-based possibilities for what Marvel Studios could draw on with the Sorcerer Supreme in the movie, we're going to break down some of the most powerful mystical forms he's taken on over the years. But before we kick things off, we want to thank Keeps for sponsoring today's episode. It's pretty well known that many of us guys experience thinning or receding hair pretty early in life, including your friendly neighborhood comic book show host. But thankfully, Keeps offers a chance to put a stop to the disappearing hairline and keep the hair flowing. And they make it easy too with a simple 3-step process. Just go to keeps.com/variant comics and start by setting a time to talk with a licensed doctor online. The doctor will then review your information and recommend the best hair loss treatment plan for you. After that, you'll skip the lines at the pharmacy because your treatment will be delivered right to your front door every 3 months. And because Keeps offers generic versions of the FDA-approved medications for hair loss, you'll also keep some extra coin in your bank account as well. And to sweeten the pie, by using our link, you'll get an extra 50% off your very first order. Anyway, once you get your prescription in hand, all you have to do is follow your prescribed plan and start tracking your progress. And keep in mind that Keeps treatments typically take between 4 to 6 months to see results, so don't procrastinate. All along the way, Keeps will also have your back with 24/7 access to your Keeps doctor who can answer any questions you might have. What we're saying is there's a reason Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors. In fact, you'll be joining hundreds of thousands of men who already trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention. So if your hair is starting to play the disappearing act, jump over to keeps.com/variant comics or just click the link in our description to get 50% off your first order of hair loss treatment. Again, that's keeps.com/variant comics. You can thank us later. But in no particular order, let's take a look at some of the most powerful versions or forms of the Sorcerer Supreme. First up, we have one of the most powerful versions of Doctor Strange on the list, and that would be the Right Hand of Doom, Doctor Strange. This version first appeared in issue 2 of the 2015 Secret Wars event. In the beginning of the series, we see Doctor Strange enter Secret Wars along with main architects of Battleworld, Molecule Man, and of course, Doctor Doom. This would lead to the fall of not only the main Marvel Universe, but the Ultimate Marvel Universe, all of which happens in issue 1. And as issue 2 rolls around, we see that Doctor Strange now has the second highest ranking in Battleworld, becoming the Right Hand of Doom. We even see him telling characters like Mr. Sinister, Hyperion, Captain Britain, and more that he is the sheriff of Agamotto and that he serves as the Right Hand of Doom, his irrevocable voice, the arbiter of the proceeding. He goes on to say, as such, unless there is divine intervention, my judgment will be final. I am the law, as he stands next to Doom, who sits on the throne. Now, this is so impressive because God Emperor Doom is the ruler of Battleworld and one of the most powerful versions of Doctor Doom, which says a heck of a lot. Meaning to be his right hand would place you second only to Doom. I also want to tell you that this version of Doctor Doom had the potential and power to become the god and ruler of Battleworld himself in this version of the multiverse, but was like, no thank you, I don't want the job. Next up, we have Disciple of Dormammu, Doctor Strange. This version of the character appeared in What If issue 18. In the issue, we see Doctor Strange go down a very similar path as the classic one we know and love, but instead he goes down the path of evil and starts practicing the dark arts, if you will. It's kind of where the MCU got its idea for their What If's Doctor Strange Supreme. But as for the Disciple of Dormammu version, Strange becomes the most powerful sorcerer on Earth. Dormammu even tells his sister Umar he is the tool with which I shall break down the gates of order. All the myriad worlds shall become dark dimensions, places of chaos, all under the rule of Dormammu. Dormammu eventually tells Strange to go destroy the Ancient One. It's a really unique take on the character, and the way the story ends isn't how you would necessarily think. But nonetheless, it's extremely fun to see Doctor Strange work for one of his greatest enemies. Speaking of greatest enemies, Strange also kills Baron Mordo in this, so there's that as well. Next up, we have an extremely powerful yet odd version of Doctor Strange, and that is Doctor Strange from Earth 2098, or simply Strange Thing. In this take of Doctor Strange, we see him come to help Jennifer Kale to remove the Man-Thing curse from her friend Dr. Ted Sallis, aka the original Man-Thing. The problem was, in the process, Doctor Strange became cursed with the Man-Thing curse, becoming the guardian of the nexus of all realities. If you didn't know, that's the Man-Thing's responsibility. He's the guardian of the nexus of all realities. This Doctor Strange actually looks really cool, especially with his hood on. More importantly, for our purposes though, he has all the powers of Doctor Strange and Man-Thing. We're all familiar with Doctor Strange's powers. He's the Sorcerer Supreme, the greatest sorcerer in the Marvel Universe. But most of you may not be so familiar with Man-Thing, so for those of you who don't know, he's virtually invincible. He can be defeated or destroyed, but as long as there's any form of vegetation, he can grow his body back. Man-Thing also has the ability to teleport to different regions of the world through nexus points. Essentially, if he's in one forest, he could transfer his consciousness to another forest that's on the other side of the Earth. What I'm saying is he's Marvel's Swamp Thing, which makes him incredibly OP. OP. And with that understood, this version of Doctor Strange has all of Man-Thing's powers along with his own, making him easily one of the most powerful versions of Doctor Strange. Next up, we have my favorite version or powerful form of Doctor Strange on this list, and that is Sorcerer Extreme. He first appeared in Secret Wars Battle World issue 1 and is a hybrid of Doctor Strange and the Punisher. We learned that in this take of Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange attached his soul to Frank Castle's body after vampires took a bite out of him, giving the Punisher the power of Doctor Strange, which is a beyond deadly combo. In Secret Wars Battle World issue 1, we see the Sorcerer Extreme come under attack from the Infernal Four, which consists of the Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Ghost Rider. Wolverine then tells him, "You stand trial for your crimes in high court, Punisher." Punisher asks, "What's the charge?" Wolverine tells him, "You've been crossing borders." Spider-Man then interjects saying, "Even a Joker without a kingdom such as you knows, that's a fast track to the timeout corner." Punisher then says, "The High Court will just banish me to the Deadlands, so why don't we just have it out here and save the trip?" Sorcerer Extreme or the Punisher then pulls out mystical enhanced machine gun saying, "I'll go out in a blaze of glory." He shoots Spider-Man, killing him, but Wolverine's healing factor is able to keep him alive. Hulk then jumps towards him ready to smash him saying, "Fancy magic, Castle," but the Hulk is strongest one there, at which point Castle raises his hand while the Hulk is in midair saying, "Calm," using a spell to turn the Hulk back into Banner. Banner then asks, "Where am I?" Castle replies, "Sorry, Banner," and then says dust, turning Banner to dust, killing him and the Hulk. That's right, this version of Doctor Strange just killed the Hulk permanently with 2 words: calm and dust. But we're not done yet. Sorcerer Extreme then uses a spell to turn Ghost Rider to ice before using a mystical rocket launcher to shatter him into 1,000 pieces. At this point, Wolverine comes in and stabs Castle from behind and starts slashing into him left and right, but Castle would rather die on his feet than be fresh meat in the Deadlands. So he tells the soul of Doctor Strange, "See you on the other side, Strange," as he uses a mystical grenade called the Weapon of Watum to kill himself before Wolverine can bring him in. This version of Doctor Strange is immensely powerful and incredibly badass. Although, if he killed the Hulk with 2 words, couldn't he have easily killed Wolverine with 2 words? Or anyone for that matter? But hey, comic books. Next up, we have one of the more recent forms of Doctor Strange and easily one of his top 3, and that would be the Asgardian God Doctor Strange. In this version, Strange becomes an Asgardian God in Doctor Strange issue 383. Basically, during this time, Loki had become the new Sorcerer Supreme, so Steven needed help / a power boost to defeat his brother and take the title back. Eventually, Steven got desperate and headed to Asgard to visit the World Tree, a tree that could bestow great magical power. But to get that power, you must first offer the tree a sacrifice. So Steven brought the corpse of his dog Bats, who Loki had previously killed, telling the World Tree, "I don't have much else, but I could offer you a very, very good boy. Please, I don't have anything else." The tree then lifts him in the air saying, "It is a worthy offering, Stephen Strange." At which point narration from Steven says, "Something changes, like nothing I have ever felt before. More magic than I have ever known. More than I think I could contain inside of my body. I could see everything. I am everything. So much more than a sorcerer. I don't think I'm even mortal anymore. No, I am a god of magic. And now I'm going to get my damn cloak back." Then in the very next issue, issue 384 of Doctor Strange, we see Doctor Strange confront Loki saying, "Get the hell out of my house," as we see him in his Asgardian God form for the first time. It is all kinds of epic. I mean, it's Doctor Strange as a god, meaning it's probably his most powerful form. It's so powerful, in fact, we see Strange use this form again to help the Avengers fight off Null and his invasion of Earth in the King in Black event, issue 4 to be exact. Next up, we have Black Priest Doctor Strange. Strange took this form when he became the leader of the Black Priests. What are the Black Priests, some of you are asking? Well, they're creatures from another reality that travel the multiverse through dimensional mirrors, killing everyone who tries to save their universe from incursions. And they do this to ensure that the multiverse survives. And Doctor Strange decided to join this team and become their leader so he could prevent Earth from being completely erased. Now, you could say the Black Priests are kind of like Galactus since they destroy worlds, but they don't do it because they're hungry. They destroy planets to stop incursions, which would in turn damage the multiverse. So the reason for killing worlds is balance. Prior to Doctor Strange joining the Black Priests all had to work together to create a word that would allow them to distort, shift, or save reality as they used it, because the Black Priests were only able to say one letter at a time. For instance, when Steven was asked, "So each Black Priest has a letter and together they make a word, which is like casting a spell?" Strange replies, "Of a sort. Do you know the word we use to destroy the world in order to stop the collective heat death of the universe? Life. But I am not only the leader of the Black Priests, I am the Sorcerer Supreme. I do not speak letters, I speak words, and I know all of them." Basically saying Doctor Strange as leader of the Black Priests can shape, reshape, and destroy all of reality as he chooses because he knows all the words. Yeah, this version of Doctor Strange is often said to be the most powerful version, but we also got Donny Cates' version where he's a god, so there's no shortage of OP versions of Doctor Strange is what I'm saying. And the last powerful form of Doctor Strange we're going to mention here is Doctor Strange Fate, which is an amalgamation of Doctor Strange, Dr. Fate, and Charles Xavier. This character belongs to the Amalgam universe, which, if you didn't know, is the universe that takes a Marvel character and a DC character and merges them together to make an entirely new one, giving us Doctor Strange Fate in this instance. I mean, do I even have to explain why this form is on our list? It literally takes the normal Doctor Strange, who's known as the most powerful sorcerer in the Marvel Universe, merges him with Dr. Fate, the most powerful sorcerer or mystic in the DC Universe, and then also merges it with Charles Xavier, one of the most powerful telepaths in the Marvel Universe, hence giving us one extremely powerful version of Doctor Strange. It's just a really fun idea and an extremely OP idea, and one that looks really cool where he's essentially Doctor Strange wearing the Helm of Fate. For me, I would say the top 3 most powerful forms on this list would be Doctor Strange Fate, Asgardian God Doctor Strange, and Black Priest Doctor Strange. Anyway, that wraps up our look at some of the most powerful forms of Doctor Strange to ever hit the pages of a comic book. Let us know what your favorite forms or versions of Doctor Strange would be down in the comments. And that's gonna bring today's episode to a close, but if you like today's video, be sure to check out this Doctor Strange video right here, and if you like all of our content, subscribe, like, and comment. It helps the channel grow. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time when I talk about all things comics.